Hi there! Today, we're going to record some vocals. More specifically, we're going to focus on recording vocals in a home studio environment. One that does not have really great sound treatment, a super expensive microphone, or even a professional engineer. So if you're looking for how to record vocals in a professional studio for Grammy level albums and everything like that, this probably isn't the video for you. But if you're a musician that's just trying to record your music at home and get it to sound good enough to share it with the world, there might be some value in this for you. Something that I'm wanting to show with this video is transparency. We've all seen countless TikTok shorts, reels, YouTube videos, whatever, of these producers trying to sell you a certain plugin, trying to get you to buy a course, basically trying to do whatever they can to get you to open your wallet. What they often don't show, or at least talk about, is that they're having world-class singers come in, they're in professionally treated studios, they're using incredibly expensive microphones, and they spend hours upon hours of getting these perfect takes in these perfect environments to make it seem like their trick, their plugin is the one thing that's really pushing the vocals over the top. And here's the truth, recording vocals, or anything for that matter, isn't overly complicated. You do the best you can to get the best takes you can, throw on some compression and EQ, maybe a little delay and reverb, and you have yourself a demo. So today I'm going to take you through my process for recording vocals. I'm going to let you hear the raw audio from the mic that's coming into my DAW, and you're going to see me build an entire vocal production. No tricks, no fancy production secrets. This is what I do to record all of my songs, and I really hope you can take something from it. First things first, we need to make a track. So I'm going to create a track, make sure my input's good, and the first plugin I put on this is Gain Reduction by JST. I'm going to dial back that compression a little bit. Now I'm going to add an EQ. Go ahead and kill some of that low information. Then I'm going to send a bus to a delay and a reverb. Now I have this little delay set up right here and this reverb set up here, so all my vocal tracks can actually be bused to use the same delay and the same reverb. This is a great way to save CPU and keep things simple during a writing session like this. So typically when I'm tracking into a microphone, I actually have it pretty dry. I might throw a little bit of reverb on there, but I kind of leave the delay alone. We've set up the track that we're actually going to use to record with and hear ourselves on. Now I'm going to make the track that we're actually going to put our main vocals on. Go up here and duplicate this track, but now I'm going to do something that will make a lot of people mad. I'm throwing on auto-tune. The one I like to use is called Metatune. It's by Slate, and it looks like this. So this auto-tune, I really like it. It can get as T-Pain as you want or be as transparent as you want. I have a preset that I went ahead and made in the plugin. Then I'll go down here and select the correct key. Then I will put some delay on this track and some reverb. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down so it doesn't blow our ears out. So it sounds something like this. After we actually put vocals on it, we can dial in the delay and reverb a little bit, but this is a good starting point. I'm going to hit play on the song, which I actually wrote in my last video that I did. I was trying to make Architect style riffs with like a Bill Murray tone. Let me know what you think. All right, let's get to it. So lyrically, I kind of got inspired by these YouTubers and TikTokers that are showing you how to be a world-class producer with just 3 easy steps, or get your vocals to sound like Adele with this one plugin, or how to get your band to blow up in just 10 days using YouTube Shorts. I myself jumped down a lot of these rabbit holes, tried all sorts of different strategies, and come to find out there wasn't a lot of weight to most of them. In fact, most of them would be kind of a half-baked strategy that would yield some minimal results and usually just enough to get you to want to pay someone money to give you some more. So after enduring years of guru advice from musicians and producers, I feel slightly upset. So with that inspiration in mind, let's get to writing. Blood and bones under dirty clothes, sticks and stones better left alone. So when I get done recording a take, I drag it from my recording track up to the track that I made with auto-tune on it. Then I listen back to it to check to see if I hear any major errors or if I would want to stylize something differently. Let's take a listen. Blood and bones under dirty clothes.
Sticks and stones better left alone.
Okay, I think my timing's a little rough with that. I think I'm gonna adjust to where I can hear myself a little bit better in the microphone, and let's see if that helps.
Blood and bone under dirty clothes.
Okay, and again, part of the process, the track volume is too low, so I'm gonna actually turn up my headphones and turn down my vocals.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes. Sticks and stones better left alone.
Alright, let's see what that sounded like. Now, I noticed I nudged the mic with my nose. Hopefully we can't hear that.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes. Sticks and stones better left alone.
Alright, we're gonna do that better.
Blood and bone under dirty clothes. Sticks and stones better left alone.
That one felt pretty good. Let's see if it's garbage.
Blood and bone under dirty clothes. Sticks and stones better left alone.
Cool, I like that. Alright, I'm gonna lay down the second half of the verse now.
Alone. And I'm wondering if you can see anything. So tell me when it's over and I can breathe.
Alright, let's see what we got there.
And I'm wondering if you can see anything. So tell me when it's over and I can breathe.
Okay, I like the second line of that take, not the first one. So we are going to cut it out and redo it.
And I'm wondering,
Singing like today.
alone. And I'm wondering if you can see anything.
Let's see if that wasn't awful or not.
And I'm wondering if you can see anything. So
I think I am making a mistake that I make a lot. I am too darn close to the mic. So if you look at the waveform here, you can see me kind of peeking this out. So I am gonna remember to not sing right here on the microphone and come back here and sing. And we're gonna redo this.
blood and bones under dirty clothes. Sticks and stones better left alone. I'm wondering if you can see anything. So tell me when it's over and I can breathe.
It occurs to me that I've never recorded myself on video recording vocals before. I'm wondering what weird stuff I'm doing. Anywho, let's take a listen to that take, see what we're working with.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes. Sticks and stones better left alone. I'm wondering if you can see anything. So tell me when it's over and I can breathe.
Cool, so now let's get into some layers. The first layer that I always like to add in is a low octave layer. Now you can sing this yourself or you can use a pitch shifter. I actually really like kind of the digital effect that shifting the pitch gets. So I'm gonna make a new track. And my favorite way that I like to do this is actually by using a plugin called Waves Harmony. So I'm gonna go up here, set the correct pitch, or set the correct key, and then I'm gonna set this guy right here, and I'm going to drag the pitch down an octave. And I'm going to adjust the format. Then I'm going to add a compressor. And I actually do a lot narrower of a space for the EQ. Get rid of a lot of low end, and then I take this down a bit too. This is more meant to be felt than heard, so let's copy it in there and see what it sounds like.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes. Sticks and stones better left alone.
And that sounds weird by itself, but you layer the main vocal with it.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes. Sticks and stones better left alone.
It can add a lot of punch and depth to your vocal, and as you saw, it takes like 2 minutes. All right, let's hear what we got so far.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes. Sticks and stones better left alone.
Also, as I go through and I record all these vocals, I try to remember to label them because as you'll see, we're gonna get more and more tracks and it can get harder and harder to keep track of the tracks. The next thing I like to do to the vocals is to give them width. I achieved this by recording doubles. So here I'm just gonna copy and paste my main vocal track, rename it double left and double right, and then I'm going to hard pan each of these doubles to the left and the right. This allows the main vocal in the center to kind of be supported by both sides. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of the delay on these because it can get really crowded if you have a delay on your main vocal and the doubles going around on the sides. And the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to give it a narrower space in the EQ. I'm gonna darken them up a little bit. I found this helps them blend in a little better. It helps take it from sounding like 3 vocal takes to just 1 strong vocal take. Let's record our doubles. I'm gonna make every effort that I can to try to sing exactly like I sang in the main one. However, slight differences and variations are what makes a double a double.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes, sticks and stones that are left alone. I'm wondering if you can see anything, so tell me when it's over and I can breathe.
Alright, let's take a listen to that. Now, another thing you're going to need to do with your doubles is turn them way down. So I'll solo these and make sure they sound okay.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes, sticks and stones better left alone. I'm wondering if you can see anything, so tell me when it's over and I can breathe.
Alright, that double sounds pretty good, so we're going to get one more so we can get the left and the right side.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes, sticks and stones that are left alone. I'm wondering if you can see anything, so tell me when it's over and I can breathe.
Let's take a listen to all of the layers we've done so far.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes, sticks and stones better left alone. I'm wondering if you can see anything, so tell me when it's over and I can breathe.
Next up, I think I'm going to add some harmonies. I'm going to make some harmonies by doubling my double tracks, calling them Harmony 1, Harmony 2, and I'm going to bring in their pan a little bit. So I'm going to have one off to the left a little bit and one off to the right a little bit. Now, admittedly, I am a bit of a choir nerd. I could sit here and layer vocals all day. I love finding all the harmonies that I can and echoes and all that, but just be careful you're not overdoing it. Let's experiment with some harmonies, shall we?
Blood and bones under dirty clothes, sticks and stones better left alone.
Cool, I like that one. It's pretty simple and straightforward. Let's lay it down.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes, sticks and stones that are left alone. I'm wondering if you can see anything, so tell me when it's over and I can breathe.
Alright, let's toss it in, see what we're sounding like.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes, sticks and stones better left alone. I'm wondering if you can see anything, so tell me when it's over and I can breathe.
I think we have space for one more harmony in there.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes, sticks and stones better left alone. I'm wondering.
Okay, I wasn't exactly sure what note to shoot up there or shoot up to there, so let's take a listen.
I'm wondering if you can see anything.
Yeah, I think that'll do.
I'm wondering if you can see anything, so tell me when it's over and I can breathe.
So let's take a listen to all this with all the layers in there and see how we're doing.
Blood and bones under dirty clothes, sticks and stones better left alone. I'm wondering if you can see anything, so tell me when it's over and I can breathe.
Alright, I think we are sounding pretty good so far, so next up we're going to try to hit the chorus. So as a refresher, the chorus sounds like this.
I can't breathe.
My initial idea for the vocals on this part was probably going to be too high. Not that I can't do it in the studio, but I'm always trying to keep in mind, could I do this live? So my initial idea was this.
You know about it, do it all. You know I've always fallen short.
Now, as you could probably hear, that's too high for me. It's not that I couldn't sit there and get it note for note, right? I could go in, punch every single word, every single line, and get the part in there. But again, I'm worried about, can I do this live? So I'm going to crank that melody down a few notes to make it a little bit more agreeable. Oh, another tip before we get started on the chorus, clean up your tracks as you go. It really sucks having to go back through and edit all of the vocal tracks in a song. So just be a pal, do it while you go. Oh, and to be clear, what I mean by edit your vocal tracks is trim the fronts and the backs, give them a little fade at the end and at the beginning so nothing clicks or pops whenever it stops and starts. All right, let's record a chorus. I don't think I'm taking a drink of water this whole time.
You know about it, do it all. And I've always fallen short.
I don't know if I like how soft I went on all.
You know about it, do it all.
I bet that'll sound better with some more production on it.
With no apology, you're killing me, so you could run and take it all.
I think I was slipping on pitch a little there. Let's see what the tuner does to it.
With no apology, you're killing me, so you could run and take it all.
Another little trick, tip, whatever. If you have a vocal take and you know it's probably not going to be your main one, but it's decent, throw it on as a double. Don't waste it, okay? Because I'm not having a particularly great vocal day. My voice is beat up, I feel dry. I've just had better days, so I'm not going to waste the takes. I'm going to toss them down as a double and keep on moving on with my day.
You know about it, do it all. And I have always fallen short.
Let's see how that sounds.
You know about it, do it all. And I have always fallen short.
Yeah, I think that one's alright. Let's throw it on as a double. Get another main.
You know about it, do it all. And I have always fallen short.
See, and sometimes that happens, that, you know, you knock out some bad takes, and maybe you think it's not your day, and then you get the best take you've gotten so far, I hope.
You know about it, do it all. And I have always fallen short.
Alright, I'm going to call that good enough, and we are going to record the rest of the chorus.
With no apology, you're killing me, so you could run and take it all.
Alright, let's see if that didn't suck.
With no apology, you're killing me, so you could run and take it all.
Cool, let's copy that main one down onto our low double. See what that sounds like. Because sometimes if you get some grit in your throat, it can really trip out the pitch shifters for the low harmony. So sometimes you actually have to record a separate take where you sing it as clean as you can. Let's see if that messed up or not.
You know about it, do it all. And I have always fallen short. With no apology, you're killing me, so you could run and take it all.
So let's get some harmonies just like we did in the verse.
You know about it, do it all. And I have always fallen short. You know about it, do it all. And I have always fallen short.
Let's see what that sounds like.
You know I bought into it all, and I have always fallen short.
Alright, let's get these for the second half of the chorus.
With no apology, you're killing me, so you could run and take it all. With no apology, you're killing me, so you could run and take it all.
Let's see what that all sounds like.
With no apology, you're killing me, so you could run and take it all.
Not too bad. I think this is coming along all right. I kind of want to have a really gross high harmony right here. I don't know if I have the throat for it today, but we're going to find out. Because I'm wanting to get up the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but I want it to not sound like that.
With no apology, you're killing me.
I'm not sure that's going to work today. Hopefully you can hear what I'm going for there. You know what? Give me a minute. I'm going to take a break and be right back, and we're going to get that. Okay, so I came back, I recorded the high harmony, and I forgot to restart the video. Hooray. Anywho, this is what it sounds like with that part in there now.
With no apology, you're killing me, so you could run and take it all.
Okay, so I think it would be cool on that last line if we toss some screams in there. My dog agrees. I think she's done. Anywho, so I grew up a metalcore kid, so naturally, learning how to scream was one of the most important things in my life when I was a teenager. And I did it for a long time, and I like to think that I got pretty decent at it. However, I then didn't do it for a long time, and I think I kind of lost my fastball. That's okay though, because this scream is a layer, and we are going to compress and distort the crap out of it, just so again it can be more felt than heard. So we're gonna do a little high pass here. We're gonna get the gain reduction going. Then we are going to use a distortion plugin from just stock Logic, and we are going to click this little low cut button, boost the drive on up, and we are going to add in another EQ after it to get rid of more of that low stuff, because the distortion actually adds in some low information. Let's hear what that sounds like.
Hello.
Add some delay.
Hello. Hello.
And then we need some reverb.
Hello. Will you make me sound like I can scream again?
We shall see.
So you could run and take it all. So you could run and take it all.
My computer is angry. Let's see if it worked.
You could run and take it all.
Okay, my computer continues to freak out right here, so we are not going to triple track the scream. We are going to double track it. So I'm going to toss this over to the left, toss the other one to the right, bring those down.
So you could run and take it all.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to do one more thing here, is I'm going to put all of these vocals into a folder, or a track stack. This allows me to kill any low frequencies that might have snuck through. And then I like to use the virtual mix rack from Slate Audio. And I like to toss in a couple little preamps. So I give it a little bit of saturation, dial back the mix a little bit. One more.
You're killing me, so you can run and take it all.
Let's add in a little de-esser. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add one more EQ at the end of our folder, because that distortion, you can see, it adds some of that low end again. So we're going to take that out. All right, I'm going to take off the headphones, listen to it in the speakers to kind of get a balance of everything. Then we'll listen back to it together, and you can tell me what you think. All right, so I got it kind of leveled out a little bit, and we're going to take a listen to it together. Let me know what you think, and if you'd like to see any more videos like this in the future.
Stones better left alone. I'm wondering if you can see anything. So tell me when it's over and I can breathe.
So, there you have it. We have our first verse and our chorus. If you think this is something worth continuing, let me know. We can hop in, write the vocals for a second verse, then maybe get through the bridge. Who knows? Maybe we'll write an entire song together. If you've stuck around this long, thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.